All right, so working with the press molds, these press molds have dried out. They're almost bone dry. Boy, this one's thin. I'm gonna have to be really careful with this press mold, or else I'll break it. The other one that was pretty thin was this one right here, and it's that reason that when we here's some clay I pressed into that. That's pretty cool. I'd have to make another press mold to the other side if I wanted to make two of these and then join them together and make the actual full object. We do have to be really careful when we use these, and we have to kind of hold them up off a board. Like if I just take this clay and I start pushing it on this mold is going to break. So the best way to do this, obviously this piece of clay that I'm using isn't big enough, but if I hold this up in the air and I'm really careful, and again, this one's pretty thin, like this will probably end up breaking at some point. But if I hold it up in the air, I'm not creating any leverage on it, and so it will kind of survive. Let's see how these fingers turn out. Oh, those turn out pretty good. Fingers turn out pretty good. So what I want you all to do is I want you all to create, after you make some of these, one idea that you could always do with these is to create, see how I've folded that edge over, that little lip, right? To create something that I could actually hang this if I wanted to after it were fired. Of course, I could also cut this out and make it, you know, way more representational, right? I could carefully cut out these fingers and then make that lip somewhere else. And there's much more of the hand for me to do as well. What if I did little parts of the hand and then spread them out, right? That would be interesting. So, you know, part one, of course, I love is to make some of these and experiment with them. I love the top of this can, but I'm not getting a lot of definition, so I think I should do an open can next time, maybe. Here's the orange. Some detail there. Probably the lemon. The car is pretty cool. Probably the lemon will look more interesting than the orange because it has a little bit more of a more texture and more folds in the fruit. All right, so that's kind of how to use these press molds. All right.